So it looks like we have some good news for former daytime talk show host Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter. You know that lawsuit that he had against Wendy Williams' production company, debar-mercury? That $10 million lawsuit? Well, apparently, he might be able to get some coins because a judge has said that they can proceed with this lawsuit. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it's been a while since we talked about Wendy Williams, and this is sort of Wendy Williams adjacent because it is related to her ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter, and his lawsuit against debar-mercury. As you know, we've covered a few different stories about Kelvin Hunter and his alleged money issues. If you missed any of it, go Google schmoogle it here on YouTube. But he has been having some issues ever since he was cut off by Wendy Williams' financial guardian. As you know, Wendy Williams is now in a financial guardianship, aka conservatorship, where she has no control over her funds. And because she has no control over her funds, this guardian decides who is going to get what. And according to Wendy Williams' agreement with Kelvin in her divorce, if she wasn't making the same amount of money, if she wasn't on television, then his payments, his alimony payments could be reduced or completely stopped. Apparently, they were completely stopped. A judge dismissed Kelvin's case against Wendy in regards to that and told them to go into mediation. No update on that. But along with Kelvin trying to get that reinstated, he has been selling things off. He's been really trying to make some money because he's had some failed business ventures since his divorce from Wendy. I'll say allegedly. One of the other things that Kelvin has been doing in order to get money is sue. So he was suing debar-mercury for wrongful termination. So let's get into what a judge ruling recently said, because this is actually good news for Kelvin. I know, don't turn off the video. Let's walk through this. This doesn't mean he's won yet. So according to our friends over at Radar Online, they said Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, aka Kelvin, scored a small victory in his battle with the producers of the Wendy Williams Show, debar-mercury, the same producers now of the Sherri Shepherd Show. They said after a judge denied the defendant's attempt, debar-mercury, to dismiss the lawsuit. According to the court documents obtained by Radar, a New York federal judge ruled against debar-mercury LLC and the production company's heads, Ira Bernstein and Mort Marcus. So as Radar first reported on this, they said last year Kevin sued, claiming that he was, quote, wrongfully terminated from his role as an executive producer of the Wendy Williams Show after his wife filed for divorce and accused him of cheating back in 2019. They said, and this is a quote, the termination of Kevin was based strictly upon Kevin's marital status and his impending divorce to the show's host, ignoring all the contributions that Kevin made to make the show a success. This is according to the lawsuit. So in his suit, Kevin claimed negotiations for Wendy's show started in 2007. The talk show was given a 6-week trial, which I attended, I believe. It was a 6-week trial that I attended, or it was the first season. I can't recall at this point. I think it was a 6-week trial, which exceeded all expectations. Kevin said he represented Wendy in the talks with debar-mercury, Ira, and Mort. He says that Kevin was used to being behind the scenes of Williams' prior ventures and used his business knowledge and street smarts to negotiate a significant financial increase from the initial contract being offered to Williams. This is according to the lawsuit. So Kevin believes that his work played a part in the show's success. He claimed to have come up with Wendy's famous segments, Hot Topics, the Shoe Cam. Well, here's the thing, Kevin. I just have to stop here before I keep regurgitating what he said in this lawsuit. Yes, you did not come up with Hot Topics. Literally, Wendy said on her own daytime talk show, she stole that idea and that name from The View. Wendy Williams made Hot Topics hot and good. You may have come up with, let's do hot. Wendy's been doing Hot Topics before she even knew you on the radio, Kelvin. The shoe cam, it was a cute thing, but that did not make the show a success. Come on. Because if that was a thing, we would see other talk shows or other people doing shoe cam. Yes, we love shoes. We love it all. However, that did not make the show a success. Remember, Hot Topics had started off only a few minutes on the Wendy Williams Show, and they expanded it. It turned out to be like 20 minutes of the show. And no one has done Hot Topics like that since. Just saying. So he said that he had the final say on guests, which a lot of people, at least he's confirming, because a lot of people said that they weren't allowed to be on the show or their friendships with Wendy faltered because of his relationship with Wendy. He said that he had the final say on guests, develop marketing plans to boost ratings, develop contacts in the media, helped bridge the gap between the show and the African American. I'm sorry, yo. Oh, wait. These lawsuits are hilarious. He said that he helped bridge the gap between the show and the African American community due to Debmar's alleged lack of understanding of the show's audience. All right, girl. And helped develop security procedures for his then wife. Look, this is a lawsuit. He has to come up. You know how you come up with everything that you put on your resume? This is what Kelvin is doing. And I don't doubt that he added something to Wendy's career. But Wendy right now is not in a state to defend herself or say, well, no, I came up with all of this. I did this. I did that. We don't know, but I'm not going to take away from Kelvin. I'm not going to say that Wendy was the only one that helped create the success of this daytime talk show. But I also do feel like in some instances you were a detriment, especially when it comes to the building of relationships in this industry for Wendy, because of your alleged ways from radio to daytime. But I'll get to how I feel about this lawsuit at the end, because I have more feelings, and it might surprise you a little bit. Okay. So he said that he came up with these security procedures. He said he served as the EP, as you know, from 2007 to 2019, when he was let go because of his alleged, not alleged affair.
Hell no.
Are we really saying it's alleged? There's a full-on baby. He's with her. Apparently, allegedly, he might be married to her, but then I heard they broke up. I can't keep up. Alleged affair with a woman named Sharina Hudson. The two are currently together. Okay, Radio's saying they're currently together and have a child. All right. To make matters worse, he said the producers were planning to use many of the elements from Wendy's show on their new talk show for Sherry Shepherd. He argued the decision broke New York law. Okay. The defendants denied they discriminated against Kevin or that he was wrongfully terminated. They argued that the New York law cited by Kevin prohibited an employer from discriminating against a potential employee based on their marital status, whether they are married or unmarried. However, they said Hunter's claim warrants dismissal because his marriage to Williams in particular is not a protected characteristic. So now they're getting into the legal mumbo jumbo of the situation. Okay? Now the judge has denied the defendant's motion to dismiss. He found that Kevin properly argued his case and that given Hunter's allegation that he was terminated because of his impending divorce from Wendy Williams, i.e. terminated because he would no longer be married to Williams, the law requires this court to find that he has stated a claim for marital status discrimination under New York law. So this is a small victory for him. They said as a result, the case will move forward and a hearing was set for later this month. The Sun was the first to report this news. So I'm not a lawyer, although I worked for a law firm for many years, and we have plenty of lawyers in the comments and that watch. So shout out to you guys. Please feel free to weigh in, especially if you know New York law. So that is what is being argued here. So a judge recently said that, well, based off the way he argued his case, the way he worded these documents, no, we can move forward so that they can hear everything. It doesn't mean that he's won, doesn't mean that he's going to get this $10 million that he's seeking, okay? It doesn't mean that. If he has a good attorney, maybe Here's the thing, and I always found this to be interesting because he was an executive producer. And of course, if he had stayed on after their divorce, it would have been challenging. And there were all kinds of rumors as to Kelvin and what he got when he left the show. There was a rumor that he got $10 million when he was removed as executive producer. But it's not that easy. I guess in entertainment, it can be that easy. I don't know what his contract said, but I think the only reason that Kelvin is even suing debar-mercury now, and he didn't sue them back then, is because now his money has been cut off from Wendy. So now he's trying to get money anywhere that he can. And I'm sure the attorneys might be bringing this same information to the judge if this goes to trial. They're like, for how many years, he didn't say anything. He was let go in 2019. He filed this lawsuit last year. That doesn't mean anything. Look, I don't know if there's any sort of timeline or time restriction in regards to when he could file this lawsuit. But I will say this, you can't just fire someone because they're getting a divorce. I mean, come on, imagine this being your job. Let's take it out of the entertainment world. However, we have to keep in mind with the entertainment world, there are contracts. So sometimes you could have a job one day and not have a job the next. But if someone brings up the issue of, well, no, this was wrongful termination, and they bring up, well, these are the reasons. This is why a judge is saying, well, no, we need to hear more. We need to move forward with this. Because they're saying based on how he's argued his case, Kelvin, his attorney has argued the case, well, he might have a stance here because you let him go because he was now getting a divorce from Wendy Williams. This is going to be an interesting case. Is this going to be public? I might have to sit there and what's happening? Stay tuned, guys. We're going to continue to follow this situation. Lawyers, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. I look forward to seeing how this plays out in a court of law. As always, guys, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. I'll see you guys for our Tuesday takeover a little bit later on today.
Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse, you make a fire, I'll ask you, follow my lead.